Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Neo Got the Dragon, and today we're going to be doing a Honkai StarRail tier list. Now, there are quite a few characters right now in Honkai StarRail, so I'm only going to be doing the 5-star characters for this one. I'll most likely come back and do a 4-star tier list later. And it's only going up to 2.0, so all the way up to Black Swan before Sparkle. And this is just a tier list basically of what I consider the best units in the game currently. So you may have different opinions, but this is all what I think are the best characters basically, or where they belong in the tier list, I should say. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the first character, Argenti. Now Argenti is an extremely good erudition unit. Like, he is really strong, especially in pure fission, obviously. But erudition, while he's really good in pure fission, he's just like, erudition is not the strongest group to me. The destruction owns all damage, basically. They're great everywhere. But Argenti is definitely an S tier character at least. Now, next on the list we have Black Swan, who is absolutely disgusting for a dot character. Now, by herself, she's really, really strong, especially if you build her fast. Because if you can stack up her special dots, the enemies just explode when their turns come. So honestly, I consider her S+. I've been using her a lot since she came out, and she is just insanely strong. Plus, she defense breaks as well. That's such a great thing to have as a skill. And there's only a couple of units that do that. Like, Pela does it with her ultimate. And who else does it? Most people do it with their skill, but it's usually single target. So hers being the burst is really useful. So she is definitely worthy of the S tier in my opinion. Now, Blade. I don't know why people be overlooking Blade. I'm not sure what people are thinking, but this man is absolutely disgusting in everything. MOC, pure fission, just clearing mob waves, everything. The man has an insanely strong burst attack. You hit him too much, he has a strong AoE that heals him, and his damage is based on how tanky he is, so he's not even easy to kill. Honestly, he's one of the best destruction units to me. So, far as me, I consider him S. Like, he fits in every team as well, because he doesn't even need a lot of skill points. You only use like one skill point every 3 turns. So he's incredibly useful for anything. He can fit anywhere. He's a great dual DPS unit. He hits hard, and he's hard to kill. That's just, I don't see how you cannot make that man S+. And now, next up we have Bronya. I don't even need to say anything about Bronya. Bronya's S+. She's ahead of Black Swan. Black Swan, come on now. Quit being stubborn. Let her there. There we go. Yeah, everybody already knows. She's like the queen. Well, she was the queen. She's still insanely broken as a harmony unit. That she cleanses, brings your attack gauge all the way to the max, crit damage attack buff. Insanely useful. I'm so happy I finally got her. I'm still building her, but I cannot wait to finally get her fully built. That for any hyper buff team, you want Bronya. She is that, but hyper buff is just, Bronya is God there. Anyways, next up we have Clara. No, I don't have Clara, and I know she's pretty decent at tanking and then countering, but most of her damage requires her to get hit, which our ultimate, provokes everybody, so it makes it easy for that to happen. I mean, she's decent, but I honestly can't put Clara in an S tier. At most, I could put her as A tier. Like, I know with L9s, you can, she gets stronger, but that's every character, so there's no point in even talking about that. But I will move Clara to A tier. Maybe it's because I don't have her. I don't realize how broken she is. But to me, even with seeing how everybody else uses her, she doesn't seem that OP for a 5-star. And it's Mr. Don Hong himself, S plus. He's the second highest damage dealer in the game. Him and Black Swan, I'm sorry, not Black Swan, Jesus. Him and Jing Liu hit way too damn hard. They are both busted. The only thing that sucks about him is he needs a ridiculous amount of skill points to work, which will kind of be solved when Sparkle comes, but you again have to have Sparkle. But he's still strong because this man just hits way too damn hard. But yeah, Nahan, Emitter Lune, S plus, easily. And then we have Mr. L plus ratio himself, the Doctor. This man is insanely strong. Like, I like using him. I'm not sure if I want to put him in S or S plus. As far as single target, is there anybody better than just a single target? No, he's basically the best single target damage dealer there is, so he can go to S plus just because of that. Like, I don't consider him better than Black Swan, Blade, or anybody else up there. But he hits so damn hard. It's ridiculous. And the fact that he gets to hit twice basically every turn as long as you got some debuffs on the enemy is insane. Like, I have crap relics on this man and he still destroys everybody he goes against. So yeah, I think he's worthy S plus because, again, what other single target hits harder than him? And next up we have Futron. Again, this is another obvious S plus unit. This is the best sustain in the game. Not only she's sustained, she basically works like a harmony unit as well, because she also grants crit rate and an HP buff when she has her field out. Plus she heals herself when she gets to half health. Like, and all her and another thing, just like Blade, her damage is based on HP. So she can actually hit kinda hard, surprisingly. The only thing that kind of sucks with Fuchuan is that there's not a whole bunch of light cones that work with her. But you kind of want to go defensive light cones for her anyway, because while everything's based on HP with her, she needs some defense. Otherwise, there are some bosses that hit so hard that that do AoE damage to your entire team that she can die. It surprised me a couple times, like, oh, well, shit, I did not expect that. But yeah. But anyway, either way, she's OP. There is no sustain currently that can compete with her. And speaking of, well, not sustain, I mean preservation. And speaking of preservation, we have, I can't even think of the man's name right now. Geppert. Jesus Christ, I don't know why I couldn't think of the man's name. But yeah, Geppert. No, Geppert's really. The thing about Geppert is, I like his shield. It's super strong. But all his protection is in his ultimate. Which means you need high energy recharge for this man to work. And you need good speed. And he does not make that easy because I think he has the worst base speed in the game. Which really hinders him a lot. So you need the middle. This man is super tanky, because his shield is based off his defense. You need high speed, which he doesn't make easy because he has low base speed. And you need high energy recharge because you want his ultimate up as much as possible, because all his protection comes from that. And his skill is completely useless. There's really no reason to use it unless you want to maybe freeze an enemy. But even that has a low chance. But just because he's preservation and there's not a whole lot of preservation units in the game yet, you can stay in the low S tier. Just because it's a rare, a rare class for now. That's the only reason he gets the S tier. And next up we have Himiko. Now, Himiko has really come up thanks to Pure Fishing. I give her, I'm not sure if I'll put her ahead of Geppert or below. I say Geppert, Japard, Jesus Christ. But anyways, she hits really hard to me. She has great AoE damage. And using her in, I can't think of her name. I can think it's Kira, but I can't think of her name right now. It's gonna come to me later. Anyways, point is, she is fun with her. They work together well. If you can get a lot of break damage, she pops off really well. But at most, other than that, I wouldn't take her anywhere else. I'm not sure if I would put her in S or a high A. Like, she's good, but only in certain situations. Like pure fishing, she's queen, obviously. But other than that, she's not really great anywhere else. She is fun to play with, but that's about it. And next up, we have Hua Hua. Now, I don't have her, but I already know she is absolutely cracked. She heals, she buffs your energy recharge, she cleanses. Like, that's way too useful. That's honestly insane. Especially the energy recharge. Like, the only other person who can do that is Ting Yun. So this puts her very high up in the S+, or at least it's somewhere in the middle. Actually, she might be more important than, yeah, honestly, be real, sustains and harmony units, preservation units, almost all of them are far more important than damage dealers. Because damage dealers fall off so fast because there's constantly a new damage dealer coming out that does this ridiculous amount of damage. But sustains and healers and supports are always going to be useful, no matter what team you build. So I put Hua Hua up there with Bronya and Fuchuan. And next time we have the general himself, Miduan. Now let me quit playing. I honestly love Ji-Yuan. Maybe because I have his Lycon. Because I got super lucky and summoned him and his Lycon back to back on the first 10 pulls. But I've had a great time using him. This lightning lore is absolutely busted. Except if he gets controlled up. I hate that they did that to this man. He will be one of the best damage dealers in the game if they would somehow fix that. But if you can somehow stop him from getting controlled, he is absolutely disgusting. This lightning lore is OP as hell. And I know he said he's great as an erudition because, you know, it can hit multiple units, but it's really, really good when there's only one enemy on the team left. Because all that damage focuses in on that one unit, and it is insane damage. So honestly, I consider Ji-Yuan more of an S, lower S tier. If only him getting control would not stop the lightning lore, he would be insane. But that's not how it is, so he stays in bottom S. Next up, we have Bailu. Now, while I say sustains are some of the best units in the game, Bailu is unfortunately the worst healer in the game. Like, yes, she has a restoration. Yes, I have her. I used her. As a matter of fact, she was my free 5-star unit I got. Was it her? Yeah, it was her. So I've been using her since the start of the game. And honestly, she's falling off so hard. Like, Lynx, the 4-star healer, I feel is better than her. Like, the restoration is nice, but you cannot beat cleanse. I do not know why they did not give her a damn cleanse and her kit. Like, that completely ruins her without having that. I don't know why they did that. But her heals are good. And she does reduce some damage you take once you have to get a certain trace on her. But it's without that cleanse, she's really just not there. She can't do it. I would take Lynx any day over her, unfortunately. Anyways, let's move on to the next one, which is Jingli S+. Did I even say anything about Jingli yet? She nukes like crazy. She does so much damage, it's insane. Just like Bitter Lune, she's busted. Except for she doesn't need as many skill points as he does. So, simple. She nukes, she kills everything. She is absolutely disgusting. And next up we have Kafka. Kafka, she belongs to S+ as well. She is any dot character that comes out in the future, Kafka is the queen of that team. She enables all dot teams to be absolutely busted. Like, if you make a dot team, honestly, if you don't have Kafka, I don't think you should make a dot team. Maybe with Black Swan you kind of can, but no, you can with Black Swan, yes. But Kafka, she is the dot queen. Her and Black Swan both. They could probably be in the same spot if I could do that. But yeah, they're both absolutely busted. I love Kafka and Black Swan. It is so much fun watching all those dots just go off multiple times. But yeah, Kafka is absolutely busted. She is the queen of dots. She makes all dot teams viable. She goes in S+, easily. And next up, we have Luocha. And again, God Healer. We're supposed to make S+. Oh, no. Now, I'm not sure I will put... No. He's behind. He's definitely worse than Warwa to me. While Luocha is an amazing healer, cleanser, and can heal without needing to actually using skill points. That's like, he's amazing with all that. But all his heals are tied to his attack. Like, I know you think like, oh, that's not bad. You know, he can do some damage. Like, no. The number one thing you want your sustain to do is survive. If your sustains get one shot, then what are they doing for the team? That's how I personally view sustains. Now, you can build some kind of damage with some of them, like Fu Xuan. She can do damage because all her damage is based on her HP. But Luocha, his damage is not that good. Not to me. Like, to me, he needs... If his heals were based on his HP, hell, he was based on defense or something like that, I will put him maybe above... No, who I'll still adds... she still regenerates energy. That's too busted. But still, he would be much better if his healing was not tied to his attack. Because if he get hit too hard, that's it. But he's still S+, because again, he pulls out a healing field that allows you to heal from doing damage. He cleanses. He removes buffs off of enemies. Like, he's honestly still really amazing. And I would love to still get him. I just wish his heals were not tied to his attack. That really don't like that with him. Alright, and next up we have Ruan Mei. Now she's up here with Fu Xuan and Brian. See, I don't know who I could... No, let's be real. I like Ruan Mei more than Bronya as far as a harmony unit. Mainly because she is perfect for buffing entire teams. While Bronya is busted when it comes to hypercarry buffs, Ruan Mei is busted for buffing the entire team. So she makes using dual DPS teams much more viable. But she provides rare buffs like penetration buffs, speed buffs, break buffs. Plus that the ability to keep an enemy broken for an extra turn is insane. So she kind of sustains with that too, because, you know, the longer the enemy's broken, the less times they can attack you. Plus, they take break damage twice. So yeah, Ruan Mei, S+, best unit in the game to me for so far. She's on every single team I use. Well, except for Mirror Chaos, because I need 2 teams, obviously. But yeah, she's absolutely broken. Now, I'm not sure she's going to stay like that when Sparkle comes out, because, you know, she gives skill points. But for now, S+ top. First. Next up, we move on to my girl, Seele. Seele, you were so good at the start. You were falling off so much. But the thing about Seele is she's not bad. But in order for Seele to pop off, she has to kill an enemy first. If she does not kill anything, she does not get her buff. If she does not get her buff, her damage is so neutered. It's not even funny. Now, she does get her buff when she uses her ultimate, so, you know, you can still get it through that, but she really needs to kill something in order to pop off. Now, there usually are weaker enemies around, but these weaker enemies are getting, you know, they can be kind of tanky sometimes. And if you don't get that kill, then, well, then great, you just wasted your turn. Now I will put her in. I'll put her ahead of Genuine. Excuse me. But Gepard at least is still good for sustaining, so he stays ahead of her. Now Argenti actually is really strong AoE damage. So yeah. So unfortunate. I got Seeley when she came out. I was so happy to have her. Now I'll probably be switching to QQ when Sparkle comes out. But anyways, next up we move on to my girl Silverwolf, the debuff queen. Like, this one puts on so many debuffs that's absolutely insane. But I use her in Dr. Ratio. Like, she's Dr. Ratio's partner. In every team that I use Dr. Ratio, she is there. Because as soon as she does one skill attack on the enemy, Dr. Ratio is set. He just pops off immediately with that. Now, she's not as useful as she was back when she first came out, because, you know, people that have teams together, there weren't a whole lot of units to work with. So her being able to put the weakness break of one of your teammates on any enemy was absolutely insane. Now, that's still good, but it's not needed as much anymore. But even so, she does enable one of the greatest teams ever, the full Quantum team, because she can put Quantum weakness on anything. So, and she's Quantum herself. So with a full Quantum team, she is guaranteed to make sure that enemy has the Quantum weakness. And she lowers the weakness of resistance too. So she just enables Quantum teams anywhere, which makes her super strong, in my opinion. I love using her still. So I would put her in S+, but at the end, because she's not as valuable as she used to be, but she's still really strong. And next up we have Topaz. Now, I don't have a Topaz, and honestly I didn't think she was that great at first, but she has shown she's really good for support. Even though she's a hunt unit, she actually has she works well as a hunt unit too, because she hits really hard. But she's also a great buffer. Once she uses her ultimate, she basically buffs. What's the follow-up damage? I think it was follow-up damage she buffs. And that has improved over time. So it's only gotten better with more erudition units being added. And she hits really hard. It's just that all her damage is with Numby, not with her really. So she does, Numby does everything, she doesn't really do much, but she's, you know, pretty good. Definitely high S, I will give her. I don't know about, she's definitely not S+. But high S, I will give her. Probably not ahead of Argent. No, yeah. We can provide buffs for everybody else, yeah. She can go ahead and go high S. Let's see, next up we have, I did not mean to move Himiko down there. When did I do that? Let's see who we got. Next up, we have the Fire Trailblazer. Okay. I might have to give her a B. While she does have a taunt, and while she can't, you know, that can be really useful, especially with certain units you don't want to get hit. Her shield is way too low. Like, as soon as you get hit by anything, the shield's gone. Like, she can be useful, but not that great. Physical MC, C. Useless. Like, once you can change to Fire MC, you will never go back to physical. Unless you're trying to do some kind of, you know, fun gameplay or whatever. But practical use, Fire MC all the way. Now, Welt is... Now, I have a Welt. I am still working on him. But I absolutely know this man is absolutely busted. Like, if you do not want an enemy to move, Welt is your man. He will slow and imprison the entire enemy squad all day. Now, he does require quite a bit of investment to do this, because you want high speed, high hit rate, decent energy recharge on him so he can get his ultimate off as much as possible. And plus, Welt hits pretty hard too if you build him properly. So you're gonna want to attack on him as well. So he needs quite a bit of stuff to get going. But if you can get him going, ooh, the enemy is screwed. They will never move. Plus, his technique is absolutely busted, because he can usually when you use a technique, it only affects the first wave of a squad. Like in MOC, you gotta fight 2 waves, right? But with Wilt, his technique affects both waves, so there's no escaping it. But yeah, I would definitely give Wilt high S, maybe even S plus, honestly. But I might come back to this later on, change him up. But right now, he's definitely a high S. He's an amazing debuffer, and he can hit hard if built right. And finally, we move on to Yang Ching. Now, people say Yang Ching sucks ass, which he kind of does, because if he gets hit, he does nothing. You must keep the damage off of him for him to pop off. He cannot take any hits. Can't take dot hits, nothing. If you can somehow get that to work, he will pop off. He will destroy anybody he attacks. But he cannot get touched at all in order for him to pop off. And that is kind of hard to do once you get into the harder content where everything has AoEs. So because of that, he is at the best low A. Just because of how hard it is to use him. But yeah, that is where I think everybody belongs so far as 2.0. I'll probably come back and update this after a few patches, once they add a few more characters in. But yeah, that's it. Now, if you think somebody else will belong somewhere else, let me know in the comments below. Until then, I will see you guys next time.